Spend one more day there before flying to Baton Rouge on Tuesday. You get a lot of frequent flyer miles when you cover more than 4,000 miles. So it's 12 days away from home. The journey continues for the Rainbow Wahine. In a very intimidating environment. Full packed house inside the Pete Maravich Center for the round of 64 battle between LSU and Hawaii. Glad that you are with us. LSU with possession in those white uniforms, and immediately Angel Reese gets a touch on the opening possession. A miss and a rebound down to Imani Perez.
Oh, Hawaii is going to guard LSU man-to-man to start off with. That's their bread and butter.
Hawaii is led by right here. Their alpha wearing number 3 in the black. That's Lily Wahine Kapu. She's their leading scorer, great facilitator. And this is the Hawaii starting 5 brought to you by Capital One. Couldn't have asked for a better start. There's the sophomore from Oahu, buries a 3.
Yeah, and just definitely keep your eye on her as well. Imai and Spiller in the middle. Spiller is a senior with a lot of experience. It'll be important for her to play today, hold down the fort on the interior against these great post players for LSU.
So now we say aloha to LSU starting 5. Again, that's also sponsored by Capital One. 2 looks for Reese. 0 of 2 from the field to start. There's the long reach of Johnson. He's got an easy run out, and LSU has its first basket. And if you're Hawaii, a heavy underdog, how do you manage the crowd, the emotions, the moment? Another steal here. This is Morris. Reese running the floor, got it. And even despite meshing and blending so many new pieces, 28-2. Wahine Kapu, yes.
Yeah, great patience right there by Wahine Kapu. She's so good with the ball in her hands.
She's got Hawaii's 5 points. You see she averages nearly 13. LSU with the response. Hawaii's got to play as close to mistake-free basketball as it can get. This is Caleb Spiller. Oh, there is the long reach. Good hands from Imai. Stays here. Can LSU maybe reach the second weekend of this tournament? It hasn't done that in 9 years. That is certainly, according to Kim Mulkey, hey, that's our objective. Can we win one more game than we did a year ago in this tournament? Look at the slithery move from Reese.
Very competent team, and we mentioned that they have 9 newcomers this season on LSU's team, 5 transfers, 4 freshmen, so they've developed chemistry quickly and become beloved by their fans here in Baton Rouge.
You're not kidding. As a travel, that time Perez dragged the pivot foot. Faces of players. Kim Mulkey had a plan. She got everyone out the door, as she alluded to, and certainly has squeezed as much out of this team as one can.
Well, and as much as LSU has gotten a bit of a bad rap for having a weak non-conference schedule, I think those games really allow this team to create some chemistry, get on a roll, have some energy, and really play well together early on.
Reese, look at the quick spin, and she's got 6 points. Hawaii marched to the Big West title by defeating Cal State, Fullerton, Long Beach State, and then UC Santa Barbara in the title game. That was 6 days ago. There's Orji. She might have, yeah, she did, walked.
Second game, just a 2-point win, and then that third game was that thriller where they came back from 15 points, ended up winning the game at the very end of the game. That's why we call Hawaii a resilient team. They have stuck together. They've been really, really resilient this season.
And Deja Phillips had the game winner with 3 seconds left. On the other side, though, the freshman, Samaya Smith. Tom's cut off. Lost it. Taken away by Kateri Poole. Into the paint the other way. Flau'jae Johnson with the sidestep draws the foul. They really put the pressure on you on both ends of the floor. Yeah, she came in with all the hype too, didn't she?
Just incredible on and off the court. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about her story today.
LSU has opened up a 9-point lead in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Imai. Scoops it up with the left. Imai trying to tie up Reese. Those two stare down one another. Foul, though, on Imai, the sophomore.
Hawaii came in here to compete. They didn't come in. I mean, they know it's David and Goliath. They understand. But that's not. That doesn't mean they're just going to lay down.
Reese anticipating. Johnson trying to work off the screen. Got caught right in front of Smith. Now to the bucket. Aggressive attack. Reese with the follow. She's really is just relentless. So you see all the points and the accolades. Not just the scoring, it's on the offensive glass as well. She's the second best rebounder in the nation. Perez is heading part of B.
Just the fact that she's so emotional and into games, and it gives her a chance to look at the game from the bench for a little while and then get into the game.
As we mentioned, the adversities it has been through this year, the slow start, a variety of injuries. This team is without 2 starters that lost for the year back in January. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. LSU with a commanding lead. Poa, pass inside, and Johnson draws the foul. And so the freshman from Savannah back to the free throw line. This is what LSU does. It just puts the pressure on you inside at the free throw line as well. No team in the country takes more free throws than LSU. 3.5 seconds. This is Phillips. Couple of dribbles. The spin. Fires. Got rim, but that's it.
Terrific job by Laura Beeman and her staff to drop a great play. I know I listened to Kim Mulkey talk about the fact that she saw the end of that game and was mentioning that it was a terrific play that she might try to steal on that slip to the basket right there by Phillips.
Yeah, they're playing, 5 time zones away in Baton Rouge, a rare appearance here. Heck, these teams have only met twice before. And the last time was 25.5 years ago in 1997. Hawaii, though, does have a win against this program, so they've split the 2 prior meetings from a while ago. This ball is still free underneath. Reese says, I'll grab it. 10 points.
Yeah, good defense initially by Perez right there against Reese, the freshman against the All-American. But you see where Reese just sticks with it. She hangs around the glass. She goes to the glass. She works really hard, got those long arms.
Yeah, I think that something that just can't be underscored enough is the work ethic. I mean, that requires quite a bit of just relentless work around the glass to score 24 points a game.
Big ask of her today to guard somebody with the name of Angel Reese.
Well, and she was thrust into a larger role this year, to your point, as a freshman, with the injuries to players like Jackie David and Olivia Davies as well.
But, you know, she's a winner. 4-time state champion in high school.
Morris on the move. Reese finds Williams. Turns over the right shoulder. Got it. And the foul.
One of 5 transfers Williams is, and she's just a lot to handle for the freshman Perez. Nice move.
Yeah, Wahine Kapu had that one just rejected by Morris. Yeah, just whacked out of bounds. Can't beat me with that. It's my move.
It's my house.
That's now 5 blocks for one of the best shot blocking teams in the nation. LSU number 14 in the country. Ball's going to be in Wahine Kapu's hands quite often today. This is Spiller attacking, smothered. Oh, consecutive blocks on this possession. Out of bounds now. Hawaii still has it with 6 on the timer.
Yeah, it's 6 seconds to go, but how about this defense? You know, LSU is the type of team, they're not defensively going to stand there and take a charge necessarily. They're going to go up and contest you straight up and down every time and try to get shots blocked.
Near turnover, batted down by Carson, who wants it. 2 seconds, Spiller lets it go. Way off. Phillips trying to draw the whistle. Out of bounds. It was deflected, though, by LSU.
And if you're Hawaii, you're looking for just a clean shot. Everybody can score inside and shoot the 3 on the perimeter for this team. Just tough to do.
That one jarred away. Wahine Kapu. It's going to be tough to find clean looks like that. Very dynamic guard. Now has 7.
Oh, and despite the size that LSU has, right now Hawaii has 5 offensive rebounds, so they're scrappy out there.
The Big West champs are down 10. Wahine Kapu off the screen. There's Reese. switched onto her. Spiller. 3 seconds. She's caught. Puts it up. Yes. Just the second basket made by someone other than Wahine Kapu today.
Yeah, much needed. I think, Wahine Kapu is willing to go out there and try to slice and dice.
Little zone look this time for Hawaii. Into the corner. Poa puts up the 3. Buries it.
I'm a fan of Poa. She does a terrific job.
Called bingo rather quickly. Yeah, the junior college transfer. Sophomore from Australia logs just a really reliable minutes off the bench. Plenty of late shot clock offense for Hawaii, as you would expect. Orji gives it away to Morris. Poole is running. Poole has got it. Poole is fouled. Listen, Poole, the transfer from Ohio State, was coming here anyway. She was the one that played a role in convincing Angel Reese to give LSU a look.
Poole was in the transfer portal. She was considering here. She convinced Angel Reese just to take a look. I think Reese was looking at South Carolina, Tennessee, thought she'd go to one of those 2 places.
Midway mark of the second quarter. Spiller to Phillips. Back to the free throw line she goes. There's the first foul on Reese.
Kim's got her green. Where's your green?
I don't have much green. I'm thinking now to my repertoire. So there's the backside of the sweater vest. Kim, always a very fashionable, sartorially refined head coach on the sideline.
Well, being bedazzled here so much because she's like me. She's talked about what Hawaii needs to do to get back into this, because she's a true believer that anybody can win a game, and you see Hawaii with a steal right now.
Great anticipation. Wahine Kapu lays it up and in.
A native of Hawaii.
Poa wants 3 from straight up top. Ooh, there is a hard fall for Smith. Went up, collided with a Hawaii player, came down hard.
Of Williams as she gets up off the floor, or of Smith as she gets up off the floor. She's certainly got a great vertical and just gets tangled up with McBee, who's trying to box her out. It's a hard ball though.
She remains out there. Tough player. Count the basket.
It's interesting to watch her play because she plays so high when she's rebounding, and she's got great leaping ability, but her shots all come from her hip. She has that underhand shot, right and left-handed. Sometimes she extends up with her shot, but anytime she's shooting a layup, she's terrific with using her body to get her shot off.
10 out of 15 in the painted area. This is McBee. Got it for 3.
Yeah, they call her McThree. Good open look right there.
She's going to take a handful per game, maybe 5 or 6 attempts from beyond the arc. Yeah, Reese, deep post catch. Quick trigger, got it back, and scores.
That's Angel Reese in a nutshell. Figuring that piece out so they could play a little longer together. Another forced turnover here by LSU.
Phillips had it stripped. Reese on the move again. Williams wants it, puts it up and in.
That's 12 turnovers for Hawaii, and mentioned in studio that they had only a couple turnovers in the first quarter, and not many in the second, and that has changed here the last couple of minutes.
Well, they're straight up in the second quarter. It's 15 all. LSU outscored them though by 9. 11 in the first quarter. Carson, that's a killer step back. Long 2. Wahine Kapu missed it. 1 minute to go in the half. Poa into the paint, right back to Williams. Carson wants 3. No. And Hawaii cash in transition. Imai left it short. Carson comes flying in. And a whistle.
And Reese has been on the floor.
Yeah, she's on the other side. Yep,
she was on the floor after that rebound at this end of the floor, and Hawaii went down, and she never got up. Looks like it's her lower leg. Yeah, it looks like her lower leg, maybe has a cramp, and you see her going up for this rebound. She never gets up from the floor.
Smith, Williams, Poa, Poole, and Carson, the 5 out there with Reese on the bench. Poole fires. Left it short. 10 seconds to go. Wahine Kapu. She's got 9 of her team's 22 in the first half. Put up a valiant fight. The timer is expiring. Phillips doesn't get it off in time. And so LSU...
They have athleticism. They had size. But, hey, I got to give it to Hawaii. They came out and were not intimidated by LSU in the first half. Kept up with them in the second quarter.
They were outscored by 11 in that opening frame. And then... kept it very close. They were outscored by just 2 in the second.
Yeah, it's that first quarter that really hurt them, scoring just 7 points. LSU had 18 in that first quarter. Digging out of a hole against a team as talented as LSU is very difficult.
Third quarter has begun. LSU leads 35-22. Hawaii, after its remarkable run in the Big West Tournament final with 1 second to shoot. Imai recognizes it, but late. And yet the largest deficit is the 13-point halftime edge that LSU held. Yeah, she plays confidently with plenty of courage.
Yeah, potentially a little bit of sass out there, too. I love that. I love the fact that she can be herself and bring all that energy to the floor.
Spiller got it.
Terrific job by Spiller, just getting an inch of room right there.
Extra pass to Reese. Goes up into Spiller. Contact. No whistle, but got the basket. Just a brilliant player in her own right, Reese. Here's a 3. Wahine Kapu. Good look. Could not stick it. Reese thought Johnson was going to cut. Juggled it, kept it, puts it up, going to the free throw line.
Angel Reese, a player of today, one of those players that, with her size, that can play all over the basketball floor. 6'2", but her arm, she looks bigger than 6'2" and longer than 6'2". Her reach is unbelievable out there.
I mean, the regular season that LSU put up was harkening back memories of that era.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing about Kim Mulkey coming here. This team has been on a bit of a fast track. I don't think anybody expected them to have this much success, and especially having an Angel Reese that now has her 9th
official, yep.
Double-double with that last rebound.
Looking for another basket. Up with the left, and Spiller got her on the arm. So that's Spiller's third, and they are just hammering it. What's the biggest difference then for Angel Reese? Last year, oh, by the way, she was a third-team All-American.
Yep.
So you go, yeah, that's a pretty fine season in its own right. Now a first-team All-American this year. I mean, what's the biggest difference?
Well, I think the system here at LSU fits her better, her personality better. Kim Mulkey does a tremendous job. She's a big personality. She does a tremendous job with Angel Reese personality-wise. And when it's one thing to have one big personality, is we see a terrific shot. She and Alexis Morris are terrific together, have a real relationship. They tell each other like it is. Great hands right there by Reese. See her get her hand on that.
Now numbers. Morgan puts it up. Another rebound. Reese gets hammered.
Be either shot or just a lob pass to her, and she knew she was going to go get it.
The winner of this game will face Michigan. The 6th seed advanced earlier. Boy, got a wonderful effort from UNLV. And just takes her play and elevates it to a whole other level. That's another swat. Johnson got a piece of that three-point attempt. So this is Reese into the paint. Johnson converts. Well, that was that appearance number 2, by the way, on America's Got Talent? Yeah, I think she's logged several.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and she speaks from her heart, which I think is just amazing. She talks about how, you know, when her mom was pregnant with her, her dad was murdered, and has a lot of references to that in many of her rap songs. And she does it in such an amazing...
And Johnson, more than a basketball player. Yeah.
Absolutely. And she spends hours, you know, a day working on basketball, and then she spends hours on school, and then she spends hours on her writing as well for her songs.
Phillips, aggressive attack. He's headed to the free throw line. Middle school and high school dances growing up, I suppose. And yes, there was a collectively done Cupid shuffle with the team. Morris starting to move. 4 seconds. Johnson finds Poole. It's a turnover. And then the heat from Phillips, but there's still time on the clock. She thought there was much less. 2 seconds. What does LSU do? Johnson hit the rim, left it short. So a chaotic sequence. Yeah, she's someone who runs to the fight in a sense, because you know she's at the top of every team's scouting report and is going to take a beating underneath. It's LSU by 15 in our second game of the day in Baton Rouge. The 3-14 matchup as part of the Greenville #2 regional. So the 1 seed on this side of the bracket is Indiana, Utah the 2, LSU the 3, Notre Dame with its gigantic win earlier. There's a foul underneath. Yeah, that's significant right there. So they've played them the last 2+ quarters now within 2 points. I mean, this game terribly close, but not out of hands. And you know, not out of hand here for Hawaii. You asked the question previously, does it have the extended run in it? Oh, that's an offensive foul.
Hawaii team has shown composure in this game. Spiller came down 2 possessions ago and did a nice job of a couple up fakes and able to score on the block, which is, those points have been few and far between for Hawaii.
It's a Hawaii team that Laura Beeman said back on March 5th, Hawaii to Vegas for our conference tournament, to the NCAA Women's Championship. Phillips nearly got it to go, down and out. They've been on the road for 12 days, have covered a lot of ground, and now in Baton Rouge for several days for their 2nd straight Women's Championship appearance. Morris, how about one more time?
Yeah, Alexis Morris up to these last 2 shots and only had 5 points. So Mookie knows how important it is for Alexis Morris to be part of this team and into the game. She makes a huge difference out there when she gets going.
Yeah, I mean, Morris and Reese, they have just been the consistent bedrock this year for this program.
Yeah, absolutely. But put in that mix, Flau'jae Johnson, she has been so consistent, and you don't use that word very much with freshmen, especially in a SEC uniform.
They start 23-0. The only conference loss to South Carolina. And the SEC tournament fell to Tennessee in the semifinals. Now they're on the move, on the hunt. There's a whistle underneath. There was a foul before the basket. Yeah, foul on Spiller, her 4th.
Yep.
Quick pass, Morris.
2nd in the nation, only to South Carolina.
Yep. Perez buries it. Nicely done by the freshman from Denver. LSU is 2nd in the nation at. Great, right? But 2nd in the conference as well.
Yeah,
South Carolina. The way you guys rolled into arenas, I would think, with an expectation, the bravado, but also some pressure once you reach this point in the season. How would you describe it?
Confidence.
Right.
I mean, and unified. I think that's something she loves her style. She loves to make a statement. Dawn Staley, great confidence and bravado she brings to her team.
It really just permeates throughout the program.
Correct. And you get talent, you know, you get kids that want to play, players that are willing to put the work in every single day to do what it takes, not to just want to be good, but to do the work to be good.
Begins March 31st. All games on the ESPN family of networks.
Well,
you can see it shimmering there at the bottom of the screen. That's just one half of it, by the way. Reese, the spin move, basket, and another.
How about that move right there? Again, her quickness, her ability to use both hands. Well, I love the fact that she's a bona fide rock star in Baton Rouge. took us a while. We couldn't figure out if it said Queen or Green at the bottom.
That was an offensive foul, so ball's going back to LSU. I don't have much green in the wardrobe. I can't do green. You know, it's the one color I can't do.
Great pass inside again to Reese with another 2 points.
So she just tied her career high, yep. 32. Spiller from straight away. Got it. Oh, great cut to the basket. Williams, that is good. 8 of 12 at the line. One of the hardest working stars in the game. Spiller back-to-back threes. Williams, one dribble, got it deflected off of her knee and out of bounds.
Yeah, Wahine Kapu, how good has she been today? You know, she's just been a terrific floor leader for Hawaii.
Wahine Kapu offline on the triple. Yeah, that's all for Phillips. Enter this season with all types of expectations. They were selected to win their league again. They're down 15 the championship game. It's been a year of resilience, and so no shocker to see the fight.
Much less flashy, let's just put it that way. Very fundamental, a throwback team, works hard. Not that LSU doesn't work hard, but less flash, and the flashy LSU team.
A Hawaii player with 13. Inside of a minute, Johnson hits the ground, and Reese hits the glass. 34 points. By the way, let me correct myself. So her career high is 36. I had mentioned 32, so pardon me. She's 2 points away. And so they wind up too short. LSU ahead 71-50 with 37.3 to go.
Heading into the Sweet 16 or Elite 8, but she knows she has to keep her feet firmly planted and her team's feet firmly planted where they are.
Eight different scorers for LSU today. The embraces down the bench for Spiller. And the greatest show in Baton Rouge is going to continue Sunday. 3 in the air, that one's offline. LSU advances.